He wants them to go the extra mile and make a difference in the lives of their students. The strong message from the minister came during the opening ceremony for a number of programs at the Erdeston Teachers Training College.
When you just want to work with the cognitive structures, you're going to fail and fail miserably. And I'm saying to Erdeston tutors, I don't care how good you are. I don't care my master's degree or what doctorate you're studying, it means nothing to me if you don't capture the emotion of your students. For these are what they are. It is when you leave the classroom that you're teaching in and the eyes of that student don't follow you and they're quietly saying, damn it, she was good today.
We're also hearing that the Erdeston Teachers Training College is in line for a facelift. The minister says there are plans for improved classrooms, a new auditorium and an upgraded digital library.
There have been some neglect of our infrastructure for some time, and I'm looking to change that. This is a burnt-out building. The roofs off of those previous dorms, which we want to turn to classrooms, to utilize, your presence nicely outfitted, and to create the ambience where serious learning can take place.
The Graydon Sealy Secondary School said farewell to three stalwarts who have given over 100 years combined service to education in Barbados. Students, past and present, family, friends and well-wishers assembled for a special farewell function for the Principal, Matthew Farley, Deputy Principal David Christie and Head of the Home Economics Department, Jensil Bourne. Tributes were paid in song and dance and through theatrical performance by the school's drama club, organized by teacher Stephanie Chase. Deputy Principal David Christie was moved by the tributes, summing up his teaching career as enjoyable.
I want to encourage you to continue to be focused on whatever you do. The sky's the limit. Thank you very much for all your kind words, all your tributes you give. I enjoyed being here. Thanks, all the best to you.
Well, retired Principal Matthew Farley, while expressing his thanks, echoed similar words of encouragement to students delivered some 11 years ago during his first address as principal. He says he never wanted to be anything but a teacher, noting that for the past 41 years he was doing what he loved best. He offered these parting words to the students.
Remember, it doesn't really matter who the principal is. It is how you respond to what the school believes in. And as I leave, September comes and I travel and I walk along the streets, I'll be looking for those uniforms. I'll be checking for those hymns. I might even get out the car and say, look, pull up that sock. But remember, I only do it because I love you, God bless you, God bless you.
Well, one person is homeless after an early morning blaze gutted two homes at Rollins Road, Britton's Hill this morning. The Barbados Fire Service responded to the call at 5, dispatching 2 fire tenders and 8 fire officers from the Probin Street headquarters. One home was completely destroyed, the other extensively damaged. Barbados' 2014 culinary team is on its way to Miami, aiming to repeat the glory of last year in the annual Taste of the Caribbean competition. The team had its final practice session at Fairmont Royal Pavilion earlier this week. Lisa Broom has more.
Work together, sanitation, creativity, but mostly flavors. Flavors.
That's Craig Greenidge, and he's the manager of the 2014 Barbados culinary team. And what he just laid out is the game plan that the team will use to cook, shake and bake their way to victory come next week at Taste of the Caribbean in Miami. The team leaves Barbados tomorrow, Friday, for Miami, where the competition takes place. And as you heard, Chef Greenidge says they will swamp the judges' taste buds with flavor.
You have to make sure the flavors are correct. And then you focus on other stuff where the balance is correct. Make sure that the ounces per plate are what they're supposed to be. Like example, protein, 8 ounces for the main course, you go 4 ounces for the starch, 2 to 3 ounces for the veg. We focus on that kind of stuff. We focus on clean plating as well, which you would have seen today, from the start of straight through the main course, and also where nothing clashes, where an item wouldn't reoccur from the start of main course or to dessert.
This 2014 team is a young one, and all first-timers to the pressure cooker that is the Taste of the Caribbean competition. But Chef Greenidge is not fazed.
It's a good thing to have new people because they're no what we call swell heads. The arrogance level is kind of non-existent, and they just want to do good, and they listen to the guidance that I give them. So I have no concerns, to be honest with you. And nervous is good because you try to do your best at all times. When you're overconfident, it can be more of a problem than when you're nervous. So they are ready, and I'm going to guide them as, to 100, 200, 300% of my ability.
And with their final gourmet lunch event, a 3-course meal using all local ingredients out of the way, the chef says the team is ready.
The guys have practiced hard. We've executed what we want to execute. We've also focused strongly on Caribbean and Barbadian flavors and been able to bring them into the menus that we're doing in a very strong way, and so in a way that people could appreciate it as well. So the guys are coming together good. They work so well together. They respect each other, and they show what we would call kitchen love, because they're looking out for each other at all times.
And clearly from the clean plates in the house, they've already won the hearts of these Bajan judges. Lisa Broom, CBC News.
Lisa, thanks. Time now, everyone, for us to get interactive. It's your time to give us your take. Do you believe Barbadians grow enough of what we eat? We'd like you to text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll share the results of your take at the end of the news. We're back after this break.
Coconut energy from Africa.
Property owners, the deadline for the payment of the first installment of the new municipal solid waste tax is now Monday, July 28th. You can pay the tax at the Barbados Revenue Authority's offices at Weymouth Corporate Centre, Robert Street, St. Michael, the Treasury Building, Bridge Street, Bridgetown, Warren's Tower 2, Warren, St. Michael, Southern Plaza, Oistings, Christchurch, and Holetown, St. James. Cashiers are open 8:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. If you're paying by check, then just drop it off in the box provided at any of the locations or pay online via the Easy Pay service at www.gov.bb.
In the face of numerous complaints about the way some lawyers are handling cases of Barbadians, the Men's Educational Support Association is speaking out against what it says is unprofessional conduct of these professionals. Chairman Ralph Boyce says he has heard of cases where they have been highly abusive. The MISA chairman says he is aware of the laws relating to the conduct of attorneys and is seeking clarity as it relates to the role of the disciplinary committee.
The current law says it has to have 7 attorneys on it, nobody else. That is clearly a matter of concern because it is need for some outside voice. Because if you have people actually sitting in judgment on their own members, you get the possibility of you know, some leniency. I'm not saying it will happen in all cases.
A Barbadian-born US-based academic wants others who have benefited from the island's education system to give back to Barbados. Obstetrician gynecologist Dr. Errol Byers says by doing so, they will aid in the upliftment and development of Barbados. Dr. Byers was part of a team from the New York-based Macadamy School of Science and Technology that visited St. Jude's Primary. He presented the school with 2 telescopes and microscope. To aid in the teaching of science, Dr. Byers wants others to do likewise.
Do what I'm doing. And when you get in a position where you are able to support the school from whence you came or the community, try to do so. The government is not able to do all. I think it's incumbent upon us to do as much as we can to support the area that we came from and the island in general.
Well, Class 3 student Rhea Green conveyed thanks on behalf of the St. Jude's for the donation.
On behalf of the principal, staff and the pupils of the St. Jude's Primary School, we would like to thank you for donating these pieces of scientific equipment. I know we will use them wisely and they will help to improve our education.
Local alternative hip-hop band Nexus is seeking to make it even bigger on the international stage. Members of the group spoke about their plans after a recent concert at Kensington Oval.
Over the years, the Bad Nexus has been wooing hundreds of fans locally and internationally. However, one band member, Mahalia, admits the road to success was not easy.
We loved it from the start. We just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing. People are gonna tell you no. People are gonna bring you down. They're gonna insult you and tell you all kind of things. Get a real job. Be a doctor. Be a lawyer. Be a bank manager. That's a Barbadian thing, by the way. And if you know that your art or whatever your passion is what you want to do, just stick it out. Hard work pays off.
The group recently gave fans a 2-hour treat in the form of a show featuring several local acts, including Livy Frank, Tef, Simon Pipe, Rochelle Griffith, saxophonist Arturo Tapping, and guest artist Gabe, supporter of the band Cobra Starship.
This is really one of the most amazing bands I've ever seen. We saw them play New Year's Eve last year, and we were like, we have to have these guys for our wedding. And we got married here, my wife and I, and they're just incredible. Everyone had an amazing time. And, you know, they're super talented, they're super professional.
The group also offered this advice for aspiring entertainers.
Know what you want. Just find out what you want. Know that if you love it, just stick with it and keep working at it and keep working at it. If you love it, you're never gonna want to give up, or you shouldn't really. So that's really what our story is.
The group's next big excitement is at tomorrow's Crop Over City Fest and ceremonial delivery of the last canes in British.